everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 11th episode of Masamune-kun no Revenge. If you want to check out our reaction to the 11th episode of Masamune-kun no Revenge, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, on this episode, they kind of fast forward through all the preparations.
Yeah, it was actually kind of nice. I was expecting more of a slow play, but that was definitely nice.
We only got a couple episodes left. You can only take it slow for so long at this point.
Yeah, they pretty much just fast forwarded through all the practicing and everything until it was the day of the play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did like that actually.
And we get a couple odd scenes with Neko and Fujoshi Pert. Kojiro. I can only think of his name as Fujoshi
I
Pert.
actually liked those scenes. I kind of feel sorry for Kojiro because until the actual ending where Masamune actually hooks up with Aki, I don't think that Neko's going to give up on Masamune. And even then, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it seems like such a far-off proposition that those scenes where Kojiro's kind of fawning over Neko, it seemed put in rather arbitrarily.
I have a feeling that, I don't know how far the manga goes after where this season's going to end, but I have a feeling that it has more to do with stuff that comes up later.
That would make sense.
I certainly hope so.
Will that be the case, then we should be bracing for a read the manga style ending?
Probably, because I don't think this series is getting a season 2.
Nope. Understandable, especially after episode 10.
It really does seem like the author or the studio decided to put these scenes in here specifically to try to ship the two. That does.
Well, that's what it is for. I mean, well, it's showing that Kojiro starts developing feelings for Neko. I mean, it technically doesn't really mean anything. I guess it might feel a little out of place in a more contained story like a single core of anime would be. But I actually liked it because it's kind of refreshing in these sorts of series to have a romantic focus that's not the main characters.
Right.
I totally agree because I am so sorry, Klein.
Ouch.
The one that
thinking of that. Just thinking of Klein.
Pretty much any harem series, really.
Which this is definitely one of those. I mean,
Yeah.
even though he's made,
it's an unbalanced harem.
Yeah.
It basically is one dude, the gay option, and then a bunch of girls.
Yep.
Who all like the main character.
But the real meat of the story here, as they begin final preparations for the day of, they're selling tickets and stuff like that. The festival's already showed up, and Masamune has come down sick. So
yeah, and that was his own idiot fault.
that was hysterical.
So yeah, we get a bit where I think it was the bitch brigade that was talking about Masamune, or no, it was Aki and Nisemune, I believe. And so we get the classic scene of Masamune sneezing, and his sister says, "Oh, did you get a cold?" Then he's like, "No, I'm super healthy," and he sneezes again, and she tells their mom that he has a cold, and she goes full mama bear mode.
There's a family
And then,
full
so
of
to
idiots.
prove that he's healthy, he climbs onto the roof in his underwear. And it's sometime after summer. Usually, these events happen in the late fall, so it's probably pretty freaking chilly. He's an idiot. But anyway, so he's feeling bad. He's kind of feverish during the opening ceremonies, and he tries to sneak away, but he's intercepted by Neko. And Neko starts under the pretense that they're going to walk around the festival together. However, she takes him directly to the infirmary because she senses that he's sick, because she's a sickly person, and that's how it works apparently. I don't really care how long you've been sick. It's not going to help you realize that somebody has a fever just by touching, like, their hand.
Especially their hand.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if it was...
I mean, the temperature would be warmer, but, I mean, that's such a weird skill.
Yeah.
Neko, the human thermometer.
However, that just makes Neko all the more A-class waifu.
But yeah, she tells him to sleep it off, and that she'll come wake him up before the play. Then she leaves him alone.
Yeah, about that whole.
This is
waking
where
up
this is
shit.
where things start going downhill. Because the bitch brigade decides.
Downhill, they jumped off the cliff with this one.
Oh, they jumped out the window actually.
They shot it and then burned the body.
Yeah, the bitch brigade decided to kidnap him. Like, literally roll him up in a mattress. It did look like a mattress and not a futon.
And carry him right into a storage room.
Yeah. And have the sporty bitch guard him. Underhanded
Kendo
fucking
practice.
bitches.
Man, that was...
That whole plot point. Like, it's actually not that bad of a plot point, but it irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that through the combined efforts of Koiwai and Masamune, it completely backfires on them.
Well, Koiwa is able to is able to disguise herself and guide Nisemune, who's looking for a dressing room, into another storage room and lock him in.
And that other storage room was the one that Aki always eats in. I recognized it.
But yeah, this school is chock full of psychotic bitches all around.
Yep, pretty much.
I trust Koiwei way more than I trust anybody else.
She's still psychotic.
She's still psychotic, but I'd trust her with my life if I had to.
I was waiting for you to say something.
I was ready for you to say something.
But yeah, so they realize that Nisemune is missing right before their play set to start. And so the leader of the bitch brigade calls up the sporty bitch and has her hand the phone over to Masamune. And she basically reveals that Nisemune is missing and she blames it on him. Well, I guess she blamed it on the class in total, but you can
Class A.
Yeah, you can.
She
say,
thinks
or
that
Class B.
She thinks that Masamune has a hand in what's going on, which,
Yeah.
truthfully, he doesn't. He has no idea that this is actually happening,
Yeah, Nisemune's abduction was all Koiwai.
and
Well,
he
yeah.
had no plans to be underhanded like this in the first place.
Well,
But yeah, her reaction where she's like, "Oh, I can't believe they're so underhanded." It's like, I just have to say it, and I'll actually probably bring up the sound clip that this comes from because it's
It fits.
so fits. Hello, pot. It's
Kettle.
You're black. But yeah. Yeah,
We get this, and on that note, we get this nice scene where Masamune is talking with the sporty bitch, the Kendo practitioner or whatever, and
Master level trolling.
I wouldn't say master level trolling.
No.
It was just like Masamune was trying to understand where she's coming from, why she's doing this. And we get this backstory of Sporty Bitch's, like, why she adores Aki and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because Dude Man cheated in a kendo match.
Cheated. I can't believe a word that she says, and it didn't actually show him cheating, and it was a judged match. So, unless the judge was on his side, which is very possible.
Very possible, but unbloody likely.
Unbloody likely, but it is possible. I can't really believe that he cheated. It's kind of like when you're losing in a first-person shooter and you go, God damn it, they're fucking cheating. Goddamn lagging, motherfucking modding modding
Nice
bastards.
aimbot there.
Yeah, using aimbots. That's what I think it was. She's just a sore loser. And so she, in her mind, she said that he cheated. And then, so she follows him because he changes right after their match and goes to meet Aki and confesses to her. And she turns him down because he didn't introduce himself before confessing. So, like the name that she gave him wasn't even that bad. Like, she just called him a coward, which, you know, whatever.
So she shouldn't broadcast an unflattering nickname to the entire school this time.
Yeah, though,
but it's enough to get.
Though I'm sure the bitch brigade probably spread it around.
Well, that's enough to get Kendo bitch excited. So.
Yeah, basically.
She gets all googly shoujo eyes.
Yeah, and then Masamune turns it back on her by saying, "Yeah, but you totally are cheating by keeping me here and not letting me do my play."
Wrecked.
Got him.
Totally wrecked.
Totally wrecked.
Oh,
Tyrannosaurus wrecked.
Yeah. And then
This actually has a very, very definitive effect in the show too, and it stays throughout the rest of the episode, despite her like still following.
Yeah, she ends up
rules and
releasing.
stuff like that.
Yeah, she ends up releasing him from the mattress, and then student council bitch ends up telling her to abandon him and go.
Go look for Nisemune.
Yeah, go look for Nisemune, and he takes the opportunity to attempt to escape, and also keep Sporty Bitch busy for a little longer.
That escape.
That escape was epic. So he goes to the window and opens it up and realizes that they're on like the 3rd or 4th floor, and she starts rushing at him with her shinai. And so he jumps out the window and grabs the ledge and hangs on. He hangs on by basically his forearms and elbows, which, by the way, is a lot more realistic than showing somebody hanging off by
Like
their fingertips. So I actually got to give the show props for that. And she rushes out thinking, I don't know what she was thinking, because she would know that they're on the 4th floor. I can understand Masamune not knowing because he was brought there in his sleep. But she should know what floor they're on. But she just rushes straight out and falls out of the window. And just that utter look of defeat on her face.
It was in that moment she realized
She fucked up.
But yeah, 3/4 story fall and then landing in a pool of water that can't be more than like 8 inches deep. I'm surprised she didn't come out of that with several broken bones.
Yeah.
Like a shattered vertebra.
I don't know. It might have been a little deeper than that, maybe a couple of feet, but that's still very, very shallow. And not to say that you can't do it, because there are people who can.
Well, that's true. They're shallow water high divers, I think.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude, the Guinness record holder for that is insane.
Yeah, but he does it into an inflatable pool, which also acts a little bit like a crash pad. She went into a full-on tile, basically.
Yeah.
But
leave the cartoon logic, I guess.
At least it didn't show her like falling on the concrete or something. Yeah. That would be a much different show.
Or cracking her dome on the little ledge there.
Yeah.
But this is basically where we end off the episode, because Masamune talks to I forgot what the
Futaba.
Futaba, and talks to her about the other missing prince that Nisemune is missing too, and Futaba tells him,
but they've already started their play.
They literally just started, so
Kazaki's going all Leroy Jenkins. She just says, you know what, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it without the prince.
Yeah.
So we leave off with Masamune running towards the auditorium.
Obviously, our little recap here, we're missing a ton of stuff in our little recap here. So let's go back and kind of talk through other things.
So first off, we get Nisemune's actual backstory, which is that he's a member of a formerly rich family that was very poor, and then somebody let slip at, I guess, a party or something that, oh, you're that Masamune that Aki always hung out with as a kid. You look just like him. And that's how.
Actually, I think it was the
secretary.
The secretary.
Yeah, the secretary. And so he hatches the plan to pretend to be that kid and get Aki to love him, marry him, so that he can bring his family out of financial ruin.
So yeah, character motive, get.
Hold up. How much does a bitch brigade actually know? Because if they know this entire story, this dude is a absolute douchebag to do that.
Not only that, he's quickly, he's about to board a flight for destination fucked if they find out.
Well, yeah, so what he told the bitch brigade was that, it's a family thing, but he's not really interested in her.
Right. Actually,
which is what got the bitch brigade interested in helping him, because
his motives were more pure than Masamune's.
Yeah.
In their eyes, I guess.
Well, he gives off this sense that he's not really interested in Aki, but at the same time, his plan for Aki is not pure.
Yeah, but he didn't tell them that.
Yeah.
Like, he's not revealing his plan to them.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, despite anything of what's going on with Nisemune, this bitch brigade has fallen for a story that is thin as shit. Like,
yeah, they're fucking retarded.
Completely out of their minds to
well, then again,
buy this story.
One of them is willing to jump out of a 3-4 story window on a whim. They are pretty stupid.
Well, I mean, it's shown at least that the Class A representative bitch is smart enough to come up with these plans.
Oh, true.
So, at least she's not a complete idiot, but Sporty Bitch is definitely a little light in the brain department. And I don't think that the student council vice president chick is that smart either. Mostly because, student council elections are popularity contests.
Yeah, it kind of strikes me as a sort of like socialite kind of ditzy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really mind the sporty girl jumping out a window. I really don't mind that. I mean, it's a hilarious thing. But at the same time, like, that was... I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's a bit of slapstick. I think it felt a wee bit out of place, but it's a way to kind of get her out of the way. So I guess we can just leave it at that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I'm completely fine with it.
Yeah.
Because she isn't the smartest individual on the planet.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's this little instance doesn't make her, like, completely moronic. I'm just saying, in the heat of the moment, you're gonna do stupid stuff.
All right.
Including jumping up.
She also just watched him jump out of the window, so I'm sure she was, in her mind thinking, "Oh, it must be fine. Must be something I jump onto or something like that."
Or, oh shit, he's escaping.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole thing was, oh shit, he's escaping. Let me run over there and hit him with the shinai. Oh, he jumped out of the window. I need to follow him and hit him with the shinai.
So, I mean, yeah, that's...
She was dumb, but... Yeah. But yeah, so we get Nisemune's backstory. We get a little bit of motivation for the bitch brigade. we get that subplot with Kujiro and Neko. Oh yeah, I said it during the reaction, and I want to say it again. If Kujiro really wants people to stop thinking that he's a girl, he needs to cut his goddamn hair.
Or grow a beard.
Or grow a beard, but I don't think that he can.
I think the former has more control over than the latter.
Yeah, he is a probably 16, 17-year-old Japanese person. And I'm not saying that they can't grow beards. It's just not that common at that age.
Oh, genetics.
Genetics.
You can be a cruel mistress.
It's okay. I can't say very much either because I couldn't grow any facial hair until I was like 20. So, whereas we got the Forrest over here, who could grow a full beard when he was 15.
Offered drinks at 14.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that was pretty much this episode. It was a lot better than the last episode. I am interested to see how the series is going to finish off next week.
That's pretty much it. It all comes
I'm wondering
down to
if Masamune is going to fill in as the prince for Class A's play.
That's what the opening suggests.
Well, yeah, I guess. Kind of. I'm not sure exactly. That's kind of what the opening suggests. It would really help him get back in Aki's good graces too.
She's ready to do the play on by her.
Oh, yeah, that is something we forgot to talk about. Aki is pissed.
All right, yeah. Well, yeah, her prince is missing. I kind of touched upon it earlier in our discussion that she's going to do the play by herself. As she puts it, I never should have counted on her prince. So she's going to go Maverick, go Rogue, do her own thing.
We also get this one little line where she says, "I can't believe that he's
gone during the most important part again." Okay, so I think I know, and I've only read like part of the first chapter, so I'm not pulling this from the manga or anything. I think I know what it was. I guess spoiler alert if you're, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a wild guess. It could be a spoiler.
We need like one of those like trigger videos.
It clacks an alarm.
So one of our commenters pointed it out to us, and it is true if you go back and listen to it. In the part where Masamune as a child gets turned down and gets named Pig's Foot, it's not Aki who does that. It's not Aki's voice. She wasn't going to turn him down. She was actually interested in him, which is why she's so interested in Masamune, because she thinks it's the same guy. So, in her mind, he just up and disappeared, probably right before she was about to confess to him.
And she's still equating Masamune with
Which is why she was also crying in that flashback of the secretary. Because that was like the day after.
So the big nasty plot twist in the finale is going to be the truth comes out to Aki.
I don't think we're going to see it in the anime.
Or in the anime.
I think that's something for the manga.
Which sucks, because I'm... After realizing that this is going on, I am more excited to watch this series. I'm more excited to read the manga.
I'll probably read all of the manga after we get done with this.
And I kind of hope that this gets a second season, just because I want to see those elements. But
the way it's been handled the last couple episodes, though.
Well, I can't say that because that's kind of the story progression as it goes.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me so much. I'm just kind of wondering how popular it actually is in Japan. Because remember, a lot of Western reactors really shit on this series, but it all depends on how well it does in Japan. Because the people in charge of it, really. The people in charge of that sort of thing don't give a fuck about what Westerners think. So that's whether or not this will get a second season is depending on that, and depending on Blu-ray sales, of course.
But with that in mind, the stock of this series
It took a dip after the last episode. I think it started to rise back up a little bit.
I could definitely
I will probably say, unless it has an absolutely phenomenal ending, the last 3 episodes of this one will have brought it down, though. Just that last story arc.
Yeah, I think that I could definitely mirror that. I think it's gone up a little bit more than it probably deserves in my book.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Definitely have to see how it ends, though.
It all comes down to the ending.
Pretty
Whatever,
much.
yeah, I mean, whatever they're going to reveal without, cutting too deep into the manga, that's going to determine ultimately what I think of this series as a whole at this point. Because up until, everything like before episode 10, forget about it. Like, basically toss it out the window. This is overtime here, as it were. And the last play is about to go down. Pun fully intended.
But yeah. So, now that we've talked this to death, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face, go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help us out, go ahead and check out our Patreon page.